All right, boys, today we're going to start rebuilding the suspension on the car and really just fixing all the really bad rusted parts that are on the frame and, you know, tie rods, sway bar links, all that stuff. We're just going to go ahead and rebuild all of that real quick. All right, now that we got all that taken care of, good news. As I mentioned last time, the drive shaft was pretty much stuck in the car. It was late at night and I didn't really have anything going on, so I decided maybe I could try to get it out. You know, I don't know how, I don't know what I'm gonna do to try to get it out, but I'm gonna get it out. And lo and behold, I got it out. So as you could tell, this drive shaft has been sitting in the bottom of a lake for probably 3 or 4 decades. It's in horrible shape. Luckily, I hosed everything down with WD-40 and got the U-joint kind of loose. I don't know how I'm gonna get the U-joint out of here. This is the one that goes on the axle, which, believe it or not, the one that that goes by the carrier bearing and all that, it's all really good. But this one is just terrible. The one where the slip yoke is even worse. But yeah, I'm really scared to hammer this thing out, dude, because it's so pitted and so rusted that I'm scared I'm gonna break it. And if I break it, then I don't know what to do. So my thought process is just come in here with a cutoff wheel and cut the inside of it and then just try to hammer it out from there. Because if I try to slide this thing this way, hammer it this way, all that, you're really gonna risk breaking these ears off. So let's try to cut it first and see what we can do. Now there's a super solid chance this probably isn't gonna work, but you know, whatever. I guess ideally what I would do is just heat this up as much as I can and try to beat it with a hammer, because I feel like it's pretty seized in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that by any means is just gonna pop right out. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong. All right, we got it down on the ground. I hit it a couple times with a hammer and the bearings fell right out of it. So, I mean, that's a decent sign. So I guess we're just gonna keep pounding on it, man, and see if we can't get this rust to break loose a little bit. God, dude, this is sketchy. I'll tell you what, we're gonna hold off on that for a minute. Let's focus on this one, because I do feel like I can get this one out. This is the one where the slip yoke is at, and it actually has keepers in it. This one kind of moves. It doesn't really move side to side, but if I hammer it, it does. But you can tell that this one actually still, you probably can't see it, but it has the keepers in it. Then we'll just try to pound those out. And if we could get one of these U-joints out, I would say that today was a pretty successful day. Now, I can't see anything because I'm blind. There we go. Now I should be able to get, God damn it. Now I should be able to get at least one of these keepers out of here. There we go. God, maybe not. I don't know. That's pretty in there. But it's not completely seized like the other one. Because I don't know what it was about the other one, but I feel like the other one was like probably sitting in water. And this one I feel like was up off the ground. So it was probably a little bit easier to that's probably what, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know what to do. Probably hammer it. All right, well, let's see if we can't get this out. There we go. Look at that. That's one. Now this one, I don't feel like, I won't feel as bad beating on it. So let's, I don't know, let's see if we can't get this one out at least. Dude, I need a vise. That's the next thing I need to get, is a vise. I mean, I don't feel like it's coming out, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't think it's coming out, dude. I think it's just smashing this up. Damn. Flip her around. Oh, it is coming out. There we go. You can see it's coming out a little bit. Just gotta keep pounding on it. Switch over to a socket. That shouldn't curl up on me. Yeah, come on, baby. Oh yeah, she's almost out of there. We are getting there. Getting somewhere at least. Come on now. Come on now. Now got her. One side's out. All right, after beating on her and beating on her and beating on her, there we go. We got the slip yoke out, which I gotta say, this, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It seems like it was a lot, but it really wasn't that bad. We're not gonna use this at all. If anything, I'm gonna try to save the slip yoke that's on the other drive shaft. Well, I got to try to put it on this, what is it, 2-speed power glide. But just for shits and gigs, just to make sure. I don't think, yeah, dude. That's why she had to come off. So, all right, dude, there we go. So we got one side done, so we could put the 67 Impala slip yoke on here. This is actually in pretty good shape. I'll hit it with some emery cloth and get her cleaned up. That side, I can't guarantee is gonna come off as easy. And also, luckily, the carrier bearing is still pretty good too. So we could probably still use that for now. And that, like I said, that U-joint, perfectly fine, ain't nothing wrong with it. But yeah, we got that one. Now we gotta get the slip yoke off the other drive shaft. Not only did I get the hardest one out, I got the other one out. So now we have both U-joints out, and really it comes down to just doing some measuring. Also, the carrier bearing just needed a little bit of lube on her, man. And that's it, she's good to go. But yeah, I was gonna clean this up a little bit, but I don't know, man. I feel like if I start grinding on it or whatever, it's gonna make it a lot weaker. But you know, I'll clean up the insides with like some emery cloth or whatever, and get it right. So these are the U-joints that came out of the Impala, and they're actually still good, man. I took one apart. Well, I don't have it over here, but it actually looked good. So really, it's just a matter of me measuring this, which, so I figured that the rear differential, the drive shaft, so this part right here is going to be 1 1/8 diameter cup or cap by 2.5 wide, and it's squared. So that one's not going to be hard to find. The only one that is going to be hard to find is well, we have the part number on there. It's a Spicer 591. But basically finding 1 1/8 by whatever this is. I didn't measure it out, but it's like right at an inch, dude. Like, it's not very big at all. But you can tell it's just not going to fit in there. So hopefully I can find a U-joint with 1 1/8 caps that matches the inner diameter. So ideally I would just pop these caps off, pop new caps in there. But man, we're going to see. Now, I know all of this is hard to keep up with. I'm throwing a lot of numbers out there, a lot of things, but trust me, it doesn't make any sense to me either, dude. There's a million different U-joints out there. There's a million different drive shaft lengths. I mean, there's a lot, but I am a lot farther than I thought I was going to be, you know? So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll pause on this for right now. I'll do a little bit of research. Let's get the motor ready to drop into the car. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know you're like, damn, Cody, it's taking you 2 days to bust these U-joints out, write down all of these measurements, you know, bust out the micrometer or the caliper and, you know, figure out what the caps are and the sizes and all that, just to find out that you need a 1310 to a, what, S44 or whatever fucking U-joint, and all of that taking you 2 days? You're wrong, okay? I'll have you know that you're wrong. Because by the time the U-joint gets here tomorrow, because I found out what I needed, it will have been 3 days. So yes, it's taken me quite a while. So let's shift gears while we're waiting on the U-joint to get here. I just dropped some bolts. We're gonna pull the motor out, finally get it out of the garage, pull the motor out, get it outside, hose her down with some purple power, and pressure wash it off. The motor's really not that dirty, but before we throw it in the car, let's go ahead and clean it up, put the transmission back on the motor, and get everything lined up and ready to drop in the car. Because once that U-joint gets here, the motor's going in the car, drive shaft's going in the car. Let's get it. It's raining. Oh my God, is it really raining? Now, off the rip, we can go ahead and take this power steering pump off the motor because, like I said, the car doesn't even have a power steering box in it, so that's one less thing I got to worry about in the end. I don't know who engineered these, but they are absolutely worth their weight in gold. There we go. We'll pick that up one day. There we go. Now I have this big old bracket right here, which actually serves as the alternator bracket, but good God, man, that stuff's bad. So hopefully this motor will clean up pretty good. Yeah. 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 There we go. And it didn't land on my feet. Yeah, we'll give her the old purple power once over. I don't know, usually I use, what's this stuff called? Zep. And I get the concentrated stuff and just over mix it. And usually it works pretty good. I haven't really had too much luck out of this stuff, but I did have it here. And it's just one less thing I got to get. So we're just going to soak this down really good and then hit it with a brush real quick just to knock off some of that hard stuff. And man, I got to say, I saw some of the comments in the other video and a lot of these Swedish dudes are chiming in. They're like, yeah, but you know that these cars are, they're frame off restored and everything is working perfect underneath. Dude, I don't give a shit. Did you not just see me restore the frame? Okay, of course I'm going to do the brakes. I got to do the brakes. But no shit, Hans. I know that. I know that they're frame off restored. It's gonna be fine, dude. Well, we have Swedish standards. We have to. I know that. Man, we got American standards, dude. You ain't telling me nothing I don't already know. You know what I'm saying? So, watch me purple power my motor and shut up. She looked like she just rolled off the damn showroom floor. Now, I'm kind of at a standstill right now because I'm waiting on the U-joint to get here. It'll be here tomorrow. But I'll go ahead and get that U-joint popped on the drive shaft and get the slip yoke on there. That way I can throw it back in the car. And from there, that's just going to determine where the motor is going to sit in the car. I got to cut out these motor mounts in here. And then based on where that slip yoke sits is going to be exactly where I'm going to mount the motor at. Hopefully it shouldn't have to move too much. But yeah, that'll get me exactly where I need to be. And as far as the cross member goes, dude, I'll get the motor at like 3 degrees where it needs to lean or whatever, and then just, you know, I'll weld something up. There's plenty of holes and everything down in the frame. I'll just get a piece of C-channel or something and make a cross member for it. But hopefully it's not hanging down too low because I want to drag the frame on this car. So I guess we're gonna sit here together and cross our legs and watch water dry and wait on this U-joint to get here because, like I said, that's holding me up. It is going a lot smoother than I thought it would, you know, especially getting those U-joints out and figuring out what I needed to get that slip yoke to work. So let's just let's let this U-joint get here and see where we're at. Well, after days of waiting, I think I finally got it, dude. I got the S44 U-joint that adapts to a 1310. A lot of numbers being thrown around, I know. It's a lot, but basically, this is the slip yoke for the 2-speed Power Glide. So this side of the U-joint goes in here, and it has the clips on the top. And then the other side, which is the wider side, goes to the drive shaft. And basically, it's gonna adapt our slip yoke to this drive shaft, and then just get it all thrown in the car, dude. So let's get this busted out, get it in here, get this drive shaft set up, and then we'll start mocking the motor up. All the clips are in. The U-joint is U-jointing. So now all we have left to do is figure out that the length is not right, which is really gonna hold me up. Well, it's been literal days. It's been days, but the drive shaft is finally done. And today is the day that the motor and transmission are getting set in the car. And we're probably gonna tack in the motor mounts. Anyway, we're gonna kind of see where everything's at. But the motor's going in the car right now. I'm gonna try to do this in one motion, get the transmission up on here. It is aluminum, so it shouldn't be too bad. But it's probably gonna be pretty bad. there's really no good way to grab it. Yeah, Cody, grab that bell housing. There you go. If I could just get it thrown up on there and then get a one bolt in it, I'll be good. Let's line these pins up right here. Damn, that was it too. Let's get a floor jack. Seems way more gooder. I can see this working. Hey, oh God, dude. Why are you stuck? God damn, son. This ain't fun, dude. There we go, come on. All right, now the only thing I forgot to do was cut out these motor mounts in here. But that ain't nothing, man. We'll just go ahead and get a... Dude, it's hot. The heat index today is 111 degrees. So, it's a rough one. I've been out here for 10, 15 minutes. So I already got sweat in my eyes and everything. It's rough out. And I'm wearing all black, so I should probably go change. Come on now. Now, of course, it's welded down the backside, so we gotta cut that. There's one. Boy, I got my money's worth out of that one. All right, we got that one. We got that one. Let's take that flap wheel, clean these up, and then we'll get that motor set in here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm leaking. I'm leaking. It is hot. The heat index is now 113 degrees. So we just out here cooking. Literally cooking. Anyway, got the I got it all cleaned up, whatever. I don't even care. Let's oh, I forgot. We got to drill the holes for the motor mount. So let's drill those out real quick, mount them, and then we'll stab the motor in here and see where we're at. Boy, it is hot. It is a hot one today. All right, so after further inspection, as you know, these are the motor mounts that I got, and these are the motor mounts that come off the car, and the holes do not line up. So, you know, ideally you would just take and make your marks and drill your holes, drill these out, no big deal. What I didn't notice until right now is that this is the passenger side, this is the driver's side. This one is offset, and not only is it offset where the bung sticks out, or it's more recessed in the top, the holes are completely different. So that's what you would call a problem. But it's nothing I can't fix. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do, I don't know. We're gonna keep at it. We're gonna keep on, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. All right, so we've narrowed it down to two solutions. Right, number one being that we drill these out and mount these on the side of the block, and then I'll have to get like some kind of spacer, space out the top on the driver's side. That way, you know what I'm saying, it's not as offset as this one is. Or solution number two, we just run the old motor mounts, which they're not in bad shape, dude. They're actually solid mounts. We would just have to get longer bolts because the distance between here is a little bit skinnier than the distance between here. We get longer bolts, and then we could run our plates, get everything put in there, and you know what I'm saying, get it all mocked up. And honestly, I think we're gonna go with getting longer bolts and running the stock mounts. Dude, it's 113 degrees out. I'm not trying to sit out here and drill all this and engineer all this and that. So we're going. I'll tell you what we're doing. We're going to Lowe's right now, and I got the old bolt in my hand. And we're gonna match it up, try to get one that matches it, and we're just gonna run longer bolts, run the stock mounts. I don't care. That's how we're doing it. That's how we're gonna get it. We're getting it in there today. And we're back. So we got the bolts that we need. Let's hope that the nuts that I have fit these. So yeah, there we go. Turns out they are M12-1.5. So let's see. Hopefully these are the right size. There we go. Absolutely perfect. So we're just going to run the old engine mounts and go bolt these back up on the motor. That way we can set it in the car and find out if we have to trim these at all. Hopefully not, but we probably will because that's just the way things go. And yeah, we're just going to go from there. Let's at least get it set down in the car and then get the drive shaft in there. And then find out exactly where this motor has to sit and if our drive shaft is going to work. All right, let me explain what's going on here real quick. Now, before I moved into this house with this concrete and this garage and all this, I used to live in a trailer and my entire yard and work area was gravel. So we created an engine lift that you just hook to the bed of a truck. Basically, we just welded a receiver on it and it just acts like a crane. So then once you get it lifted up, you can back the truck up, move it all around, and stab it into the car. So now that we got it up in the air, let's back it up, try to get her in here. Oh, whatever. Are we leaking fluid? Oh yeah, we're leaking fluid. Why wouldn't we be? Why wouldn't we be leaking fluid? That's what happens when the transmission's full. Oh shit! Let it go. All right, we're gonna have to figure something out because I don't have enough reach to get the motor down in there. As you can see, it's maxed out. We even welded this farther out like a while back. And I mean, we're almost all the way at the front of the motor. I got a transmission jack or a floor jack under there holding it up, but it needs to shift back like another foot. And I just don't have the reach on my lift to get it back. The only thing I know to do is to, I don't know. I don't even know what to do. Well, here's the plan. About got her whooped, but that little piece of exhaust is gonna have to be cut because it's sitting on the cross member. I'm gonna leave everything right here. I'm just gonna have to leave it, but tomorrow, because I got shit to do, I'm gonna have to extend this just a little bit. I'm gonna have to find me a piece of scrap or pipe or whatever, weld onto there, extend this out, because I just need like another foot, man. And then I can have it motor down in there. Got the transmission supporting it. We done poured fluid all over the driveway. So, you know, that's a good time. But yeah, let's pick back up tomorrow and see if we can't get her in. All right, it's a brand new day, which means I have a brand new solution. I think this is gonna work out just fine. So we need some extra room so we can get the motor to go back. And I've been thinking, I'm like, how can I extend this? Oh, we just use one of these. Ugh. So we're gonna take and cut this bad boy about, I don't know, right there. Got her set up here in a bandsaw. We're just gonna let her eat. Cool, now we're just gonna clean this up, clean a little bit of this up, weld it together, pop that bolt out, move it up here, and then, dude, that should be the clearance that we need. Also, I want to throw out the fact that I don't think my helmet's working anymore, but we're gonna find out. Nope, helmet does not work anymore. Now, should we go get batteries? Probably. Or are we just gonna throw on a super dark pair of sunglasses? Yeah, I like that. That works. Let's see how this does. Terrible. Hopefully this will hold just enough so that we can get the motor in the car. Now there we go. Is it gonna hold? I don't know. Let's back the truck up and find out. Go gadget Sawzall. I can't even get it in there, holy shit. I had to shove her up through the core support, but I did get it out. And now we can probably lift it straight up. So let's see if she's gonna work or not. Oh yeah, dude. Oh look, dude, it like damn near fell right into the car. Look at that. Look at that. That's suspended right there. Good thing I put that bag over the carburetor. We got a hell of a storm last night. But yeah, look at that. She's in. She is in. And it's almost lined up exactly where it needs to be too. Just gotta shove it back maybe another 2-3 inches, and then just kind of figure out where she needs to be. Well, that's about where she needs to sit right there. The motor mounts are just about lined up even with the cross member here. Now I got to work on my centering, you know. So I guess the best way to go about this is, you guessed it, I'm going to measure the center of the valve cover to the fender, which if was about 28 3/4, almost 29. See where we're at on the other side. And on this side, we're sitting right at about 27 3/4. So it needs to go that way about an inch. If I'm mathing right, which I don't think I'm mathing right, it needs to go that way. All right, man, there she is. She's all centered up. All I got to do is put in my plates, get those cut, welded in. Underneath the car, you could tell that that's where the right about there is where the transmission's going to sit. It might drop down just a little bit. But without doing too much math, if you look right about there, this is where the slip yoke's going to sit. And then here is where the carrier bearing is going to bolt in right there. You probably can't see it, but there's 2 holes right there. So it damn near looks like it's going to fit perfect. So we're going to go ahead and call it a day. I got shit to do. So, well, next week we're going to do a cross member. We're going to weld the motor mounts in there. And then that should do it. Then the whole drivetrain should be done. Then we just got to work on everything that's going to take the most time, which is like the fuel lines, the brakes, the suspension. And then we get to do the fun stuff like the interior and then making the car look cool, which I think it already looks cool, man. It's one of the coolest looking wagons I've ever owned. But I think we're going to stop here. I'm going to clean some stuff up. I don't know if you can tell, but we got rain rolling in. It's been raining on and off. But there it is. The motor's in. It's not bolted in, but it's in the car where it's going to be. And I'd say that's a success. All we got to do is just buzz in the motor mounts. So, yeah, man, tune in next week, because next week I'm going to get it started. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be able to turn the key. Maybe not turn the key. I don't even know if it has a key. Either way, we're going to get it started up, running, and see if we can't get the wheels to turn on their own. So appreciate y'all. Make sure to subscribe, all that stuff, and whatever. Mwah.